All right, so through this process, this book has come to me. So it was mentioned in the foreword of Wayne Dyer's Co-Creating at Its Best. If you watched any of the other videos, you'll see me discover it and get pretty excited about it. I listened to it on YouTube. It just showed up on my YouTube one day. Got the book, ordered the book. Turns out it's got a 30-day thing in it, like a 30-day challenge, if you will. But you have to decide for this one on a concrete goal to pursue. And so Justin and I are going to go through this process of defining our goals, and we're going to share it here as we go through, not necessarily for you to watch and savor each moment, but you can. You may. But so you could go along and do it with us at the same time, okay? So number one, I hate when I do that at the end of a sentence. I'm like, okay, right?
You're just looking for confirmation.
From what?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a video.
That's why you
it's
use
just
it.
us. Do you know the words that I am saying?
I understand the words.
Oh, look at the quote on my book today. It's just so perfect. Do or do not. There is no try.
Ah, Yoda.
It's Yoda. Your favorite.
Why is Yoda?
Okay, so the first question, and these are supposed to be just simple one-word answers, and then it's got more questions that go into, so probably I'll do the first question and then go to the question with more questions. So number one is, if you could completely change places with any other person in the world, would you do it? And who would that person be? I've actually answered this question in other transformational workshop thingies before, and I always generally said no. There was no one I wanted to be. Today it's different. I do have someone. So, I don't know. I'm going to put down Esther Hicks. What is your answer?
No.
You don't have anyone you want to trade places with. Okay.
No, not today.
The breakdown questions for this then, that you will have to listen to as I go. If you would change places with someone, why that particular person? What is it about his or her life that you'd like to emulate? And can you identify in one sentence or even one phrase what that person has that you desire? She's independently funded. By that I mean she's not funded by a political party or a religious group or whatever. She's free to do what she wants to do. And she is genuinely shifting the vibration on this planet by focusing on wellness, positivity, and empowering everyone to stand for themselves. Without her help. It's a pretty tricky business, so I love that. She's actually helping people without saying they need help. So that's key to this work. Okay, number two, if you could work at any job, would that work be different from the work you're doing now? And actually, let me add to this. I want to be Esther and Jerry Hicks because I want him to come along.
I guess that makes me Jerry.
Actually, I think you're more Esther and I'm more Jerry, oddly enough. I'm the question asker, you're more the chill receiver.
Just answer.
So, yeah, you get the answers.
So this?
You're not as
What? No, it shouldn't be that simple.
Exactly. Okay. Two, if you could work at any job, would that work be different from the work you're doing now, is the first question. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, breakout questions.
Mm-hmm.
If you would choose a different profession, why that specific career? What qualities about that career make it desirable to you? Are any of these qualities present in your current job that could be further developed? And what is your most desired job title and why? Okay. Do you know what specific career it would be if you would choose a different profession? You don't have to know.
I don't know specifically, but I know what it would entail.
Okay, so perfect. So what qualities about that career make it desirable to you? What would it entail?
I'm listing them right now. Hold on.
Okay, I will too then.
We've got 4 major points.
All right, go when you're ready.
I would creative, helping others, ethical practices, work-life balance, and a sense of satisfaction from my work.
Love it. I put ethical, joyous, helpful, sharing of unconditional love, visionary. I don't know if there's really a job title. For me, I'm really sensing this like wanting to bring ethical principles back to business. While I love this stuff and speaking to people, I really feel that there's something that, like the way Esther runs her business or the way Abraham would do it, that there's a way to do business that's so different than the way it's being done. And I want to learn that and then share that through positivity, win-wins, people that really love what they do, own their processes, take pride in it, something around that.
Instead of a for-profit model, I would like a service that is profitable.
Right. Something.
I don't
instead
do
of
this
for-profit
to get paid.
or
I get
economies
paid.
of scale.
Yeah, like instead of doing this to get paid, I am paid because I am doing this.
And I do it to live my life, not so I can take over the world, but so I can have a wonderful life, and so can everyone who works with me, right? It's like a win-win. Rather than for-profit, it's like a win-win model. And rather than economy of scale, it's like an economy, a self-sustaining economy of health, something around that. I'm gonna write that down. It's got to be workshopped a little, but
I also want a little bit of travel. Some travel.
I get that.
Yeah.
Some travel is fun. I did way too much travel.
Yeah, not too much. Just some.
But that's in the for-profit model anyway. You travel, you don't really travel. You go on a plane to a hotel room, to an office, to a hotel, back to where you live. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it differently.
That's what entails my job. Its title? Oh, geez, I don't know. President. That seems like a good title.
You like president?
Yeah.
All right.
That means I'll.
Why is that your most desired job title?
Well, no one should technically be above me, so I could pretty much decide whatever.
Set your sights high. Do you know what you're president of, or just president? That's just your title.
Mr. President.
I like it. All right, Mr.
Okay,
President.
yeah,
Did you write it down?
I'm putting it down now.
I don't really have a job title other than visionary. I don't know. I'm not really looking. I guess I could say CEO. But I don't really know that I'm chief executive officer. I'm not really. I could have already claimed that quite a bit, and I'm not into it. So I'll just acknowledge. I think it's chief inspirational officer, maybe CIO, right?
Okay.
No, I don't know. So, okay.
Now that you've learned new terms for HR.
Right now, that's chief, IT, information officer.
High risk mitigation. The new HR.
Exactly. Okay, 3. If you could live in any part of the country, would you move from where you're now living? And if so, where? So I would say yes. even though I
Also,
love my
yes.
home and I love where we're at.
True.
So let's break that out a little bit. If you would like to move to a different location, why that particular location? So do we know the exact location?
No.
We don't.
Somewhere with mountains.
Okay, what aspects of that location make it ideal for your home? Okay, so we want mountains. Slight whining in the background is my dog pretending to sleep as he secretly whines for his walk. Don't worry, Bubba, you can go.
Like a child in the corner.
He's, yes.
Holding the wait 5 minutes.
Yes, exactly. Am I like that? Maybe I'm like that. Okay. Just a gentle reminder of what he wants, just gently. Okay, mountains, I want land. We were thinking, what, 20 to 30 acres?
Yes.
20 to 30 acres. We want like water, like a stream.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want forest and field? I want forest and field.
Yeah, it's a good combination.
Wraparound porch. I want healthy but not big nearby. I guess what kind of economy do we want nearby? Or what kind of area?
Small
like,
city to large town.
let's say healthy community.
Okay.
Or you don't have to put down what I'm putting. Sorry, I'm putting down a healthy community. It feels fresh, like not overbuilt, overdone, like built out, but like fresh and ready for growth or ready for expansion. That's the word.
You want to move to a place you can watch grow? Not that it's already established.
I guess so.
Okay.
I don't mind if it stays how it is though. So
That's what I mean. But you can watch that and you can mitigate that. If it's small enough, your vote actually counts.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Like towns that keep Walmart out for decades.
Yes, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, next question on this. Are any of these qualities present in other locations, including your current one? So this is present in a bunch of
Some are.
locations, right?
I like our general proximity to everything is nice.
Okay, and it says, or do you simply desire a different home in the same general location? Okay, I love our home.
Our home's great.
Love my home. Differences, the only differences I'd make to this home, bigger yard. Obviously, we don't have 20 to 30
you want
acres.
grass. You probably want some grass instead of rocks.
I want grass, space for a garden.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to own it so I could, change it or upgrade it or
Paint it.
whatever, paint it. Yeah,
Not,
that it would
not
be
have to
mine.
request anything that happens to it.
Right, own it. Although I'm really glad to not own right now. That's not a problem. And I guess that's a thing here. I don't really want to own here because it's a very sort of overinflated, I feel like, property market. Not that that makes it bad. You can probably make money, but I just, what were you saying?
No, finish your thought. I would like to go to a town that is not competing with its neighbor, like the Springs is with Castle Rock. Who is also competing with Denver. So.
Well, and it's also driving up the values, right?
Yeah,
because
I don't like
Denver's so big and expensive.
I want a community that's
Then
just
people go to
growing for
Castle Rock.
itself, not
Right.
because of its neighbor.
Even Elizabeth, like this cute little rural town up by Franktown where I was living, is really growing because of Denver. So now it's like 40 minutes from Denver, but everyone wants to live there because it's the next cheapest place.
Yeah.
So then they're building apartments and then they're building homes.
And they just go to Walmart.
They got something else big too. And so it destroys it because the builders are attracted to it
Don't
because
compete.
it's right.
Just
Parker
grow.
blew up, right? And it was supposed to sort of be these rural areas. So it's not competing with big
Just
town,
growing.
next town,
Yeah.
big city. Right. It's just growing in itself. Like there's something we can add ourselves to
Because we
create
have
it.
more people, yeah, not because we want to be like the other place.
Well, and the community and the citizens are adding it. Like what's happening in Elizabeth isn't the community and citizens. They're fighting to keep the builders out. It's the politicians there that are making agreements with these big investors and builders that are coming in and changing it. So it's not authentic local growth. I think I don't know if that's what you're going for, but I'm definitely going for that. Okay. I also want a wraparound porch. I love our deck, but I want a wraparound porch.
I love wraparound porch.
So those are really the changes I would make. Otherwise, everything's beautiful.
Like a big skylight.
Big skylight?
Like a big one.
I like that. Less hail. Okay. Okay. What are potential, I guess there's a bunch of potential areas for that house. We're thinking like, could be Idaho.
Could be Northwest.
Northwest, maybe upper Midwest. You don't really want to do anywhere
Canada.
East Coast or South, do you? I can't go to Canada. They won't let me in.
Okay.
So, sorry.
Jerks.
I mean, maybe after 10 years,
Maybe
I think.
Europe. Let's go to the Alps.
Lots of places in Europe. They'll take me. Okay. All right, and then number 4, which is interesting. If you go back to age 12 and live your life from that point over again, would you do it? And what would you do differently? I've been asked this before. I've always said no. I would never want to relive my teen years and 20s again. I always said I wouldn't survive them a second time. What's your answer? You said no.
See, no, I say no, but for different reasons.
Why do you say no?
I say no, not because I couldn't or wouldn't go through it again. I say no because it would be extremely difficult to end up where I am with you.
Why?
Because I'd be making different choices, which means I wouldn't end up where I was.
Well, we would have had to connect another way. We'd have to trust that because we are definitely meant to
And
be.
I'd have to wait a while because
Maybe
if
I would
I was
have.
12,
But if I went back and did it, I'd be making different choices too, and so we'd probably end
Yeah.
up in the same place faster. I feel
you're
like.
right. Once Facebook comes out, we'll just find each other. Once it comes out.
You'd have to be on it.
Once it comes out. I was when it came out.
So I'm actually going to say yes to this today because for me, I was 12 living in Italy. Then I went to Belgium and my life really got off track because of some trauma. And I don't know if I'd be able to do all that differently, probably. But I would not, I so forgot who I was. And I bought into this idea that I was a terrible person and I deserved to be punished and I deserved to just all the bad things. At that time, I didn't know about the art of deliberate creation either. So I didn't know I was creating punishment for myself over and over again because I believe that's what I deserved. So that would be the main thing I'd change. I wouldn't let the darkness or trauma get into me that way, and I wouldn't buy the lie that I deserved punishment or was a terrible person. I would realize that that was an idea someone else had that they were trying to push on me, and I didn't need to agree with it.
Oh.
That would have caused me to make some different choices.
Gotcha. I had a lot going on at that time. There mostly negative things were happening around me at that time. So me from now, then would be helpful.
What would you?
My knowledge now.
What would you do differently? I think you also
lot.
took on a belief, not that you deserve to be punished, but that wanting things was bad and only caused disappointment, and it was best to just not.
Oh, that was coming. This was the prelude of everyone else around me and me feeling powerless to do anything.
That's how I felt at 12 too.
Yeah.
The belief that I deserved punishment didn't come till 16, 17.
I mean,
later.
you were 12. I was not 12.
I'm talking about when we were at age 12. Yeah, you were
Yes.
3, so no.
Peek behind the
You're
curtain
talking
on
about
that
your. No, you're. And maybe I think because we were destined to be together, I think that's why I did come in earlier, because I had a lot more to work out before I was ready for you. I did have basically 10 years that I needed to like work out my stuff before I could be the right match for you in many ways.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I would not take on the belief. The biggest thing for me, okay, so it says, Why would doing that particular thing in your life over again differently make a difference? What was it about that action or event that you didn't like? It wasn't really one event.
It was. I mean, it's going to be a rough next 6 years if I go back to being 12.
Yeah. 12 wasn't rough. It started to get really rough for me around 14, 15, and then was rough for a good probably at least 10 years. I'd say more like 15. So.
But there can be some really cool things with the opportunity at the time if I had the knowledge I do now.
Right. Of course, right?
So,
that's always the thing. What were its consequences, and why would the alternate scenario you imagined in the above prompt have produced better results? So I would not take on the belief that I was a bad person.
I could have stopped some very important things and helped my family get through some other things so much better.
But it's not your job to help your family.
But I'd be there and I'm only 12 years old.
But you needed to help yourself more. That was the whole
problem. But I would have
problem.
expressed myself.
How about choosing yourself?
I would have expressed myself and stood up for myself and said the things that needed to be said, not because I was a 12-year-old kid that didn't think it was his place to say anything.
Right. Well, me too.
I would have used my voice, which would have empowered me also.
That's very true.
And a byproduct of that would be helping everyone else too.
I also didn't use my voice.
Yeah.
I also was just quiet the whole time.
See? And fun fact, when you do things that are right, they inspire other people.
But I think prioritizing your family over you was part of it.
Yeah, but I would be prioritizing me and my voice, my knowledge.
Used my voice.
Yeah.
So how would it have produced better results? And I was born so happy, I think you were too, and believing everything worked out, and had it kept that vibration, it would have been different. But then you have to say, well, it wouldn't mean so much to me. If I had kept it, I wouldn't be studying this stuff, and I wouldn't be so overjoyed at finding it again either. So there was a piece, and also I think there was a piece to me losing my voice or having it taken away, like Ariel, the Little Mermaid, but and getting it back that makes it so much more powerful now. Don't you think? I think you're still getting yours back.
I think so.
But something about losing it and getting it back makes it
A hero's journey.
A hero's journey, yeah.
Well,
it makes it different.
Earned and better at the end.
You get something along the way that makes it more, I don't want to say solid, but it's yours in a different way. Mm-hmm. You join with it in a different way. And isn't that this whole process of spiritual, well, my book's here, but spiritual learning, that God is forgetting who he is so he can, or she is like, but forgetting what it is so it can rediscover itself in each of us. There's part of this fun in this game of forgetting and remembering. So how would it have produced different results? Well, positivity attracts positivity. And for a long time, I attracted a lot of darkness because that's all I believed I was worth, or that there was. Okay, so.
I mean, if you had to relive the whole thing again, there are some stretches of time that I'm going to be like, this is a slog.
I spent a decade suicidal, so I didn't know how I survived all that.
Going back through high school. With my thing, it was like, oh my gosh, this is so unnecessary. I already know I'm not going to use this. This is going to be so, no, it won't.
Okay, based on your answers to these questions, rank on a scale of 1 to 6, 1 being most desired and 6 being least desired, the areas of your life in which you most desire change. Okay, so the areas, turn the page. You've got wellness. These are the areas. So wellness, finances, career, location, personality, and relationships. Those are the different areas of your life. And You've got to rank these in 1 through 6 of where you most desire change. 1 is most desired and 6 being least desired. Okay, so thankfully I've already changed my personality a lot. So I guess that would be 6. So many of those years we're talking about. Relationships, I'm really happy with most of those. So those would probably be 5. My location would probably be, well, wellness. Although that wellness I consider all-inclusive, which is what this whole thing is about. So obviously I'm working on it. I'm gonna put location as 4.
So this is, the goal of this is the priority you wish to change immediately, the order at which you want to change them, correct?
After selecting, I'll read the rest, yes. After selecting the department of living upon which you'll focus your 30-day test from the list above, find the correlating prompt below to help write your concrete goal statement on the front side of your reminder card. Remember, your goal statement should be 1 concise sentence that clearly defines a specific goal. So it gives us questions. So yes, the point of this is to define a singular, concise goal sentence for our 30-day test. You are establishing 1 goal. So you are first looking into the category of life where you most want to generate change. I see the wellness, finances, and career all kind of together in what I'm doing. So that's kind of interesting. I guess I'll go 3 finances, 2 wellness, 1 career. All right, what is your list? What's at the top of your list? Read them in the order.
One or from bottom to top?
Whichever way you want to read it.
All right. Most important is going to be career, finances, wellness, relationship, location, personality.
Cool. All right, I've got career, wellness, finances, then location, relationships, and personality.
Okay.
So we're both have career as 1.
Should I explain mine?
Sure.
Okay. So, 'cause once I find the career that matches what I want, finances will follow, and I will be free and open to choose for my better wellness, and my better wellness will attract better relationships. And those relationships are going to also, because I will also have my finances and my career, my location will also be readily available to me. And my personality will have naturally been where I wanted after that progression.
I love it.
That's why I chose that order.
Beautiful. I did because career is really, the change in career is what got me doing this whole thing. And I really feel like my wellness, my happiness, and my mood is my attraction point. So maybe it should be number 1 on my list, but I feel like when I get my wellness, my full wellness and vibration on point, then my finances all attract more money. I guess then I would attract the better career. So maybe I should make wellness 1 actually, and career 2. Okay, so wellness is 1, then career is 2, but I really wanted a career goal. Then finances, then location, then relationships and personality. For the same reason you said, once I straighten out how I feel, and I get the job that I want, and I get the money that I want, the location will work out, my relationships will all expand and evolve, and my personality along with it. So what is first then for me, career or wellness? That's
wellness, because once you are in your wellness space, your career will come up.
But I thought
because you are currently open to a new career.
But don't I want my goal statement to be career based? Do I really want it to be wellness based?
Oh, you gotta find your wellness first. You gotta get in the right space to attract that new job.
But I thought the attraction of the job was what, okay, so then you're gonna say I'm too focused on that if I do the job. I need to do the wellness. Okay. Yeah. So then, I have wellness questions.
Yours is wellness first for a reason.
Okay, so how do you define health or wellness? So I guess for me, how do I define health or wellness? Being happy. Is that too simple?
No, there's no such thing as too simple. There's too complex.
Feeling,
there's no such thing as too simple.
How about feeling great? Feeling amazing every day? What are my...
Wake up positive.
Where's my emotional
Joyful.
scale?
Joy.
Joy, knowledge, empower, freedom,
empowered.
love.
Wake up feeling
freedom,
empowered.
Knowledge, I love learning. Waking up empowered every day.
Yeah.
You think?
That's a hell of a goal.
And free. Feeling empowered every day.
Wow. That'd be amazing. You woke up feeling empowered. Woo!
bold. Feeling empowered every day. Or maybe I just don't say
Imagine
every
the
day.
productivity.
Wake up feeling, okay, so that's it. Waking up, I'll just say, feeling, is it waking up or is it just feeling?
Feeling empowered every day.
I don't even, feeling empowered, joyful, and free. Impassioned.
And some might call you a putz for that.
So feeling empowered, joyful, and free consistently. That's what we'll say. Okay. If you imagine yourself living at a peak level of wellness, what does that involve? That. How does your current lifestyle differ from the lifestyle required for your ideal state of wellness? I mean, I'm doing it. I'm doing all those things, right?
You're finding it. You're discovering it.
I'm finding it, yeah.
These
so
things do bring me joy if I do them consistently.
Well, and I'm changing what I'm doing for work.
Yep.
I'm paying attention to my nutrition. I'm exercising. I'm doing spiritual study. I'm meditating. So I'm doing all of it right now. So we'll see, like you said, but everything that I know that I need to do, I'm doing. And then the last question is, what are you willing to sacrifice to reach? But I guess I could say, so how does your current lifestyle differ from the lifestyle required for ideal state of wellness? I will jot a few notes down. Meditation, it requires meditation. Self-care, nutrition,
Love.
exercise, yes.
Lots of love.
Quality time with my love. Anything else that I said? Rest. It's part of self-care, I guess.
Yes, it is. What do you mean you guess?
Spiritual study.
Something you've neglected.
It's fair.
Comfort.
Spiritual study. Comfort. Okay. All right, and what are you willing to sacrifice to reach your wellness goal? Okay, so that's a little in conflict with some of the other things. I don't really think sacrifice is necessary.
Sacrifice, you could just implement with, what are you willing to let go of? What resistances? You will sacrifice the idea that what you have is the best you can get.
Definitely, and also that let go of the idea that I have to conform in order to get it.
Yes.
And I need to be motivated. Those are things like I want to be inspired and do things differently. So what am I willing to sacrifice? Conformity, because I look like a putz, right? That's part of it is, and that's part of conformity, stepping out of line, being judged, being, looking like a doofus. So I'm going to go with conformity. Okay. Sample goal statements. I desire increased health, wellness in my life, which entails blank. In blank, I would like to blank. So in years, months, I'd like to lose pounds, take up a sport or mindfulness regimen, transition into veganism, etc. I got it. I want to feel empowered, joyful, and free. That's really what this whole 30-day challenge is about. So I didn't really I thought I was going to establish a new career goal. Like I want to attract the perfect job.
But you will if you do the other thing.
Okay, so
That's the fun part, isn't it? Isn't that the funny part? You think you have to focus on all this very specific things, but really you just need to get into a good place and you'll be amazed.
And then
how many things are in that good place, actually?
So really it's feeling impassioned, empowered, joyful, and free.
When you're in a good place,
and having a knowing.
It's full of good things.
All right, so mine is really where I was. Okay, so yours is, there's finances, but that's not your number one.
No, mine's...
These are, what is the salary would make you content, comfortable, or overjoyed? Write an exact number. I will.
Career.
Finance, I want $80,000 a year. I'm gonna write that down. Do you have any debt that you'd like to be cleared? How much does the debt amount to? We don't really have much debt.
No, we don't.
How much, we paid it off. How much money would you like to contribute to savings each month? Which large item would you like to purchase?
That one. 10%.
We want to save 10%, but I feel like that's next. I feel like that's like, I'm not saving right now. And what large item would we like to purchase? I want to purchase a house and car, but that's again a little bit down. Would you like to give it to philanthropic purposes? And what are you willing to give up to reach your financial goal? Okay. Here's career. Do that real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Talk it out.
It might get quieter.
I won't take offense to that.
Oh, geez. Let's see. What is your dream job and why? Include the specific job title and your description. Cruel. That is too cruel because it is very specific. We outlined it. Let's see, my dream job. See, for me, career would be something creating and designing. I would think maybe a think tank of some sort with research and design. That's always fun and very fulfilling for me. Is there a different role in your current company that you would rather have? I don't think I'd like to expand anywhere in my particular role. Particular company that I'm with at the moment. So don't think there's anywhere to go from there. That one's just a no.
All right.
Do you desire to start your own business? If so, what kind? What do you value? Why do you value? That one's going to be yes. What kind?
I'm gonna hold it while you, right? Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. You got this.
I am.
Sorry. Sorry.
I'm good, thank you.
Oops.
Let's see.
Can't believe it's a cool, cloudy day in August in Colorado. That's nothing short of a miracle.
Okay, if your dream job is in a different field than your current one, what education or training will be required for you to change professions, or who could mentor you in your desired industry? Technically speaking, no. Just need to do it.
Did you share, what did you share? What were the answers to the first questions? What were the first questions?
Oh, well, what is your dream job and why? Include the specific job title in your description.
Okay.
I said that was cruel and difficult because it's very specific. So I said creating and designing, maybe a think tank or research and design.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about as specific as I can get with that.
I thought you had Mr. President.
That's the title, that's
Okay,
right.
so you got the title, Mr.
we
President.
Is there a different role in your current company that you would rather have? If so, what? Right, specific. I said no. Didn't particularly want any position in my current company.
Okay.
Or much else with my current company than the position I'm currently in,
right,
and capacity at which I am having
providing
to deal
us,
with them.
and it's providing us great income,
and I appreciate that,
and security at the moment, and that's all it's there
That's
for
good.
right now.
We have an exchange that is agreeable for now.
For now, yes. Okay.
I think we're both okay with the others.
Okay.
And then, do you desire to start your own business? Yes. If so, what kind? Maybe a service provider or design.
You know, I have a company that's
I
designed
know.
that way. I didn't know you wanted to do that. We could use
Yes.
it for you. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. Cool.
Why
It's
do
important to have these
why do you
discussions.
value entrepreneurship? Which, by the way, is a surprisingly long word.
It is a very long word.
It's a surprisingly, deceptively long word now that I'm looking at it.
Entrepreneurship. Yes. Yes. In and of itself, it's a career.
Why do I enjoy it? Why do I value it? Because it's your own direction, your own decisions and processes. You get to decide and implement.
That's also the hard part about it, though. That's why I
That's the
struggled
fun part.
with it, because I struggle to sell myself. So.
Yes.
But yeah, once you get the machine going, it kind of takes on
Yes.
its own life. But we could do that if you love that.
I do.
It's part of kind of what scares me.
I don't know
about
if
it.
you've noticed, any and all video games and hobbies that I have is some type of management.
Yes.
And design.
Me too. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it's funny how that would work.
And you're very good at improving processes and systems. Okay.
Yes.
I haven't thought of selling you as the consultant. Okay. Love it.
Yeah, if your dream job is in a different field than your current one, what education or training don't actually require, except maybe, I don't know if I need a full-on degree for just engineering, but you can just look that up.
You mean engineering business?
No, just straight up engineering for design.
Like mechanical engineering? Yeah. It would be
If
useful.
I wanted to create something.
Depends. Yeah, it depends
Just
what it would
basic
be.
knowledge. I don't know if I need it. You wouldn't need a full degree just to come up with the basic function of things.
I don't think it's about the degree. I think it's about getting your head in the game and
Yes.
starting to make things. That's the benefit of that education, I think, is that you're just doing it.
Yes.
Okay.
Most of the founding things of all of our major companies just tinkered around in a garage for a few years.
It's true.
Fun fact. So no, and then how many years would you like to make this job change? Year and a half?
Okay. 18 months.
Yeah, 18 to 2 months. 18 to 24 months from now.
Wow, I learned a lot today. Isn't that funny? My own husband and we talk all the time. That's the power of these exercises.
I mean, I vaguely described it. This is just having me pin it down.
No, this is great. No, but it's having you also define
Yes.
it.
And
clarify.
what are you willing to sacrifice to reach your professional goals? My current position. I would have to sacrifice that. Oh no.
All right, but I'm going to challenge you also
I'm
to...
making real ones.
No, that's very good. But I mean, a limiting belief that you have. Do you think like you need more education or experience, or you don't deserve it, or what would be a limiting belief you'd have to let go of?
I have to sacrifice the current circumstances.
I don't think you mind letting those go.
No, actually,
Exactly.
I'm a now person, so current circumstances override future ones.
But what limiting belief keeps you where you are?
That it's working. But it's not, because it can be better, and I want it to be better.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm currently learning to give up, the now.
But I think you have a limiting belief around not being worth it, or something around why you hold yourself back.
I'm worth more. I'm working on that.
Okay, so letting go of
Yes.
unworthiness, maybe, or feeling like you're not worth it.
I count that as current circumstances, but yes.
But it's getting specific
Yes.
about a thought process that isn't working. Or I guess letting me get clear about what you're saying in the circumstance.
Which is important.
No, it's not.
Yep, it is. Can't
Okay.
have really a conversation with
So,
somebody if you're not on the same page.
Sample goal statements. What is your goal statement? In blank years, I'd like to be the blank at my current company as an example. In blank years, I'd like to start my own blank company because blank.
Guess now I'll just plug in this bottom section into a
In
essay format instead of bullets.
blank years, I would like to switch professions to blank, which means that I'll need to seek trainings in blank.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like you want to, in 2 years, I'd like to start my own blank company because blank is kind of what it sounds like to me, but. And that's on page 99. How cool is that? 11 and 9, and I believe 9 is one of your numbers and 11 is one of mine. Now I'm curious what the page number was on mine. Ha! The 30-day challenge starts on page 83.
Of course it did.
2 of my numbers. Had to be some kind of something. All right, so we're gonna put our newfound goal statements on a reminder card. So he gets his ready. Let's see if there's anything here at the end. No, that's it. So there are sample goal statements for, of course, location, personality, and relationships. If you're one of those, you're gonna have to get the book. And hopefully through this process, you've been able to maybe work the book, get some ideas, join us in this conversation. Just feel like you're hanging out with us as you do your own. For location, where in the world would you most like to live and why? Can you do your current job in this location, or would you need to change careers? What else would be required to move? In what type of home would you most like to live? Describe the specific home type: Cape Cod, colonial, craftsman, etc. 2-story ranch, split level, brick, stucco, in as much detail as possible. And what are you willing to give up to live in that location? Sample goal statements. In blank years, months, I would like to live in blank. In blank years/months, I will move into a blank style house in blank. Sounds like these would all be good to do. It's just you focus on one.
The workbook, yeah.
Personality, what are the qualities in other people I most like? Which of these qualities could I do better to cultivate? What personality characteristics would most lend themselves to a happier, more cheerful, more relaxed life? What am I willing to change about my current life to adopt a more pleasing, both to self and others, personality? Sample goal statements. I intend to become a better version of myself, which involves cultivating the following personality characteristics. Where every day I will remain calm, positive, and grateful, approaching each challenge as an opportunity for growth and success. All right, what's your sample? What's your statement? Did you get it?
I think so. It's just putting it into. In 2 years, I would like to start or enter a design and creative career, either of our own design or join a company. I will boldly transition over at the cost of my personal fears and complacent current position.
Love it. Love it.
Hopefully you're willing to join me.
Absolutely. I find it really strange that I have a company that's open that I'm not doing anything with, and we love to work together. We usually work together.
Yeah.
And I haven't really thought of us doing that company together and starting it together.
Mm-hmm.
So something interesting being birthed here, and I guess that shows the power of the process. So relationships, how can my current relationships be improved? What relationships are currently absent of my life that I'd like to cultivate? What am I willing to sacrifice to develop these relationships?
The only thing in there is probably it uses the term sacrifice because it is pushing you out of your current setting. So you are having to sacrifice something.
Well, the only reason I hesitate there is Abraham and the Course in Miracles both hit on pretty heavily that sacrifice isn't necessary for what you want. So I think
that's just the mindset, but yes.
It's just right. It's just a little bit of a difference in saying that it's not, we think of sacrifice as giving up something we love. And I love how you framed it, that it's like, I can give up something I don't want anyway. But because we get something out of our fears or what holds us back, whether it's protection or not having to, or conformity, right? I don't have to sort of push through and be judged or whatever it is. There is an element of sacrifice in the sense of having courage, but as you begin to release and let go and feel so much better, it's really not a sacrifice, it's really a win because you're going for what you really wanted.
So once you get into wellness, you're amazed how many nice things are there. If you're in a good place, there's good things in there. It's amazing, isn't it?
Well, yeah, just feeling so amazing today. And realizing that that feeling is really what we're after, is the feeling of feeling amazing. It's really not about the stuff. I've had the stuff and didn't feel amazing, and it was almost worse. So feeling amazing is really it, like you said. And then when the stuff comes, it's just like, oh.
Like Abraham said, it's no punishment, it's just clarity.
It's just clarity.
It's not a punishment. You're not there to take a punishment for doing bad. You're there to gain clarity of what you want.
I love it.
Congratulations. Now you know you don't want this again.
When you know what you don't want,
Yep.
you know what you do want.
Exactly
and so
what you want.
That's something I'm definitely practicing and getting better at, is this is just helping me clarify something I do want and shifting into what you do want and not hanging out what you
When
don't
you're in a
want.
good place, all good things are coming.
All right, how do you feel?
Great.
Me too. That was special. Thanks for being here with me.
For hanging out. Good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this. Hello.
It's a really good day.
Just hello.
All right, we're ready.
Chat later.